you'll have to excuse the background because I am currently decorating. But that's not what I'm doing a video about. So today I thought I would try and make the video a little bit different, which is why probably at the beginning of this video you've seen things like my tea, my food, silly things like that, because I'm trying to make it like a little bit like a vlog. Not really though, because it's still just going to consist mainly of my painting. But the goal today is to try and paint a robin and begin to paint either a blue tit or a kingfisher. I don't know why I've been really in the mood to paint birds at the moment. I don't know why. I think it's because they're an easy like starting point, because obviously, like I've said in many other videos that I've done, and that I don't like, I'm not like a professional painter or anything. I just kind of do it out as a hobby. Don't get me wrong, would love to in the future potentially sell art and things like that, but obviously I would prefer to be like at a better standard before doing things like that. So that pretty much is that. Obviously I've got my makeup on now, so I'm a little bit more comfortable. That is like at the moment the beginning of the robin. Because I'm terrible for starting videos of thinking I'm starting videoing and then realising that I actually haven't started, like I haven't hit like record button. So a lot of the times, like for instance, like my last video of the graveyard scene, I also I did the same thing, which is why like a chunk of it was missing. It was already like, I already was at the stage where like I had the background painted. I was like, stupid, but I've done the same basically again. So this is where I'm at with the little robin. So just gonna be obviously trying to finish and paint this guy. I am just using, because I've been trying to use, like, even though I did review videos for all these different things and that, I have been trying to use like the same palette. So for instance, I've used, for the past few videos, I've used the Mungyo watercolour palette. I've used the Cotman watercolours a little bit, and today I'm using the AQUAFINE one that I showed in a previous video, the Daler Rowney 24 is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 24 So I've been doing that to paint the robin, and that's pretty much it. In terms of like brushes that I've been using, I remember I got these from the Winsor & Newton Professional Watercolour range brushes. I got these from the range because they've like reduced like their art section, so they don't like stock like the Winsor & Newton like professional paint. Oh, I'm throwing things now. Professional paints anymore, which is I'm really disappointed about, because they did them for good prices as well. They were probably the cheapest place you could get the paints from, but they ended up reducing these down, so I got like a whole bunch of them. So like I got this one's like paint brush 1, I got like them ones, I've got a lot of paint brushes as you can see, and a pen randomly in with them. I got like that style one, and they were all like brushes that were anywhere from like £7.99 to about £16.99, and I got the majority of these for £2.50. That's how much they reduced them by. So like I got all them while they were on the reduction list. I think that's all I got from them. But yeah, really upset that the range doesn't stock any of them type things at the moment. They've basically like revamped, oh no, I lied, I had that one as well. They've pretty much revamped like up their art section to selling like art studio stuff, and I can't remember what the other brand is. It's like I think it's like a Chinese like made based like the canvases and that. Is it Art Studio that it's called in the range now? I got some canvas boards from them and that, but just like they don't have the Winsor & Newton professional range anymore. They don't have just the standard oils. They don't have the acrylics. They've got a few, I think Daler Rowney, I think they still do the I don't know whether they do the graduate. They still do sell the graduate Daler Rowney, but other than that they've like stopped it all, and I don't know why. I don't know whether it wasn't selling or all that type of thing, but there was still a lot of paints I wanted, and like I said, they did them for a really good price as well, so that was that. But I got pretty much all of them for like £2.50. I think even some of them were like £1.50, so they reduced like loads. But that's pretty much all I'm doing today. trying to do. Look at him. He's like a perfect. This is in the way of my other tripod. It's just a little bit. But yeah, so that's that painting. It took longer than I expected, so because obviously I mentioned at the beginning of the little painting video vloggy type thing, because I'm trying to make this video a little bit different. I said I was going to try and paint a blue tit as well, but that just didn't happen. So it's just the robin that I've done. But yeah, so that was that. It took long, like I said, longer than expected. So that was that. I used, as I said before, the Van Gogh watercolour paper. It is gummed at the side, so I will obviously undo that and take that off. The paints I used was the Daler Rowney Aqaufine, Daler Rowney, however you want to say it. Use all them. I'm a bit of a messy painter, so I always like have my palettes trashed by the end, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the time I don't actually clean them. I use them. The main paint brushes that I used were the Professional Watercolours Winsor & Newton one. So I used number 10 and 6. It doesn't say like when they're rounded or not, but like square brushes, they were for the backgrounds. And then for like the main detail I used a 1, which is also Winsor & Newton, and then I used a Winsor & Newton 00 Cotman watercolour for the little feather brush strokes. And then I also used a 3 Pro Art. This one is Pro Length Plus 007 like James Bond. So really fine, and that's pretty much all I used paintbrush wise. And that I might have potentially used at some point a 1. Oh, have I already mentioned that? I have. Oh well, I didn't realise I have 2 of the same brushes. It's probably because I got these ones all on a sale because the range was selling them off for a sale price. So that was that. I'll quickly show you what it looks like from like from landscape, from bird's eye view. Stop it 2 seconds just to show you. So that was like the background I kind of did with it. And then obviously I did, if I come a bit closer, why is it not focusing? There. That's that. So I did the little brush strokes with the finer paint brushes, and then obviously did the main colours with that. Then the paints I used, obviously, the main colours that I used obviously was this like burnt orange colour. I used all the browns. And obviously for the background I used a bit of the green and the blue and just mixed them. Obviously black and white I used as well. So that was that really. So like I've shown you, that was pretty much the painting that I did. I've already did a review on these. If you want to watch it, I'll link it down below, and I'll also put like at the end credits type thing. Daler Rowney, the AQUAFINE paints are actually all right, as you can see in that, like you can paint absolutely fine with them. I've got to say though, the Mungyo and the Cotman are still some of my favourites, and the Professional, obviously gouache and that. I'm more of a gouache and acrylic fan. But I'm trying to get more into watercolours because they are a bit easier to paint with and they're a bit quicker for videos for me personally, just because I don't have the most time on my hands with working along the side as well, and my days off are never like set days, so I can't really plan around it either. And then all this, like all different types of things always come up and all that type of stuff. The only issue I had with these Daler Rowney, they are a little bit like patchy now and then, so it does take a few coats to get like the pigment to show through. Obviously some colours are more pigmented and better than others. So like usually with the Mungyo paints and that, like if you want a streak of white or something, it's really easy, you don't have to do too much. But as you can probably see, I've had to delve like loads into the white just to do some simple white strokes, because it just kept fading away and it wasn't very pigmented. The black was really pigmented, the browns were really good. I struggled a little with the yellows, they were a little bit wishy-washy. And also trying to get some grey tones for like the beak and the eye and stuff. I did struggle with that as well. They were also another one that kind of just settled in. I know watercolours do dry. Oh, my hair's getting stuck on my ring. I do know obviously that watercolours do dry lighter, but obviously when you've got a darker background and that, in compared to other watercolours I've used and that, the whites and the greys and that I make and that, they still show up, where these were just kept fading into the background. And I even waited until the paint was fully dry, so I don't know whether I was just doing it wrong. But yeah, so I did struggle a little bit with this palette. That was my only issue. But yeah, you'll have to tell me in the comments what you think. Obviously, like I say in every video, I'm no professional artist, I just do it for fun. And I am trying to get better at painting and trying to capture like realism a bit more and that, because I'm more of a sucker for like drawing like animated things or like film types, like film settings, and that I'm not really a big, not that I'm not a big fan. I do like painting animals and like the thought of it, but I can't really do it, so that's why I tend to put it off, because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, and I also am one of them type of people, which I know it's like a bad trait to have, but if I like can't get it like right the first time and that, I really struggle to go back to, because I feel like, oh, I kind of do it, I'm failing at it, so like fudge it, I'm not going to do it anymore, which obviously becomes like such an issue, because you shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't give up just because you can't do something straight away, because obviously you learn from mistakes, and obviously if you're not willing to make mistakes or challenge yourself, then some might say, do you even really deserve the best outcome type thing, if that makes any sense. So I'm just taking it off the good paper. So that pretty much is the end of the video, guys. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see next or what you'd like to see painted, definitely mention it down in the comments. If you have any opinions on the Daler Rowney Aqaufine, be free to say it in the comments as well. If you want to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe, you don't have to, there is no pressure. Thank you for watching. I will see you later. Bye.